Happy Friday, my friends. I hope you guys are having a great one. And I hope you had a great week in sales. For me this week in personal production, I closed over $5,000 in annualized premium and I submitted 5 applications. So, that's pretty much what I do on average myself. But also, I do a lot of training and a few other functions for the agency, but mainly training. But part of my training involves others witnessing me go to work, making sales for myself. In fact, I find that to be the best way to train an agent, especially a new one, on how to sell insurance. In fact, whether it was door knocking or over the telephone. Anytime you can show someone in real time, show and tell, instead of just telling, you're going to have success. And when the agents follow my training, we're seeing a 20% conversion ratio on the first time they say hello. But again, this week has been real busy. As you can notice, the impression from my glasses from nonstop on the computer today, but it feels good. Even though I'm exhausted, we've had a very busy week, it feels good to show somebody else what I was shown 21 years ago. That feels good. And that's one of the things that I really focus on is showing others how to make a living selling final expense insurance over the telephone. Just amazing. But look, I wanted to get on here and talk about the fact that this week we had a record number of new agents that got contracted with Senior Life, and now they're working here with us. They showed up for training this week. And it's amazing to see this. One, because we got guys like Thomas Mullen, who's a beast on the phone, recruiting agents. In fact, Tom did over $22,000 this week. From Monday to yesterday, he was at $22,000. And I'm sure today he went over $25,000. But the bottom line, the man is a beast. He leads from the front, and now he's growing his agency. And that's the best way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. You want to work with an agency manager that goes to work every day, gets on the telephones, exactly does what he says he does, and you see him closing deals. Tom is that guy. He does it every single day. And for everybody on Tom's team, I'm excited for you guys to train you and to see just how much insurance you can write for yourself and for your family. We also have Keith Grassi. He's been with us 5 months. And before he came here, he was already an agency man, but he didn't have the right system in place. And he'll tell you, he was selling final expense over the phone, but he didn't have all the pieces together. We were able to team up towards the end of the year, and he's been lighting it on fire every single month, following our program, working our lead system, 100% sending the business to Senior Life, and again, having success. And here we are now to the point where he can go out and show somebody else how to do this. That's the best way to do it, guys. But anyways, I also wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about, leads. It doesn't matter what company you work for. If you have leads, guys, you're going to sell. And you can have a subpar product, and as long as you got leads, you're going to sell insurance. And you can sell any product. The leads is the game. A lot of you guys have amazing contracts. You got amazing carrier relationships. But one thing you don't have is consistent leads. Or the agency that you work for has maybe direct mail, old inventory leads, but they don't have live inbounds that you can jump in, pay for your leads, and receive those calls. Not many agencies have what we have. I'm telling you. I sell leads to a lot of outfits, not just agencies, but also insurance companies in the US and in Canada. And very rarely do you find an agency that has all of those. And when you do, chances are they're super successful. So you definitely need leads. And if you don't have them, but you got this crazy contract, what good is it? If you don't have leads, if you're not talking to enough people, think about it. My agents talk between 5 to 10 people a day, sometimes even more. I know for Thomas Mullen, who works 14 hours a day, 24/7, he can take 15 leads a day, not a problem. But again, this guy's working 14 hours a day. And he's closing a whole lot of insurance. But imagine if he didn't have no one to talk to, no business. So ask yourself on a Friday, what good is it to have all these carriers, but you're not making money? You're not selling insurance because you don't have no one to talk to. As Ron would say, I would rather have a small company, but making money. And no different in our agency business. Sometimes it's just you. And if you can't take care of your own sales, how can you take care of the agents that you have in your agency? And if you're an agent, if you can't have consistent leads every single day, how are you going to pay your bills? This business is not I'm going to work 1 month and then I'm going to become a millionaire. No, this is a career. I've been doing this 21 years. One application at a time. Doesn't happen overnight. And somewhere along the lines, people forgot about just how much work it is involved in selling one policy, servicing that policy, and doing that over and over and over again. Think about this. If you sell one application a day, that's $100,000 a year. If you do two, $200,000. If you do three, $300,000. That's per day, 5 days a week, or 20 days a month. How are you going to get that app count consistently every month in order for you to reach your goals? You got to face the reality. And if you don't have leads and you don't have them consistently, then how do you expect to grow? It's close to impossible. A company without leads is a company soon to be out of business. Again, my agents take between 5 to 10 plus calls a day of people searching right now for a final expense quote. And when they see our ads, they call in real time. And then we take it from there. So if you need leads, you would love to see what I do firsthand, give me an opportunity. If you're a licensed agent, I will let you in on my meetings. You can hear me go to work, sell insurance, deal with objections and rejection. And if you can duplicate it, I'll put you on and I'll send you 5 to 10 calls a day. Peace.